Welcome trainers to the evolution of a new Pokemon. Today we are witnessing Electrode. We have the red for the underbelly and white for the top. We have eyebrows to help create eyes, as well as a mouth. Shape circle, yes. Footprint none, yes. According to Bulbapedia, the pocket monster's Cardus? According to Bulbapedia, the pocket monster's Cardus trading cards depict Electrode as hollow. Electrode tends to live in power plants where there is plenty of fresh electricity for it to eat. As a result, it often causes blackouts. Electrode explodes in response to even the smallest stimulation, sometimes because it has taken in too much electricity, and sometimes because it's bored. You ever been so bored that you just explode? Yeah. But unlike Voltorb, Electrode can control its explosive ability at will. So it literally is just because it's bored and it feels like it. And it's like, what if I just blew up right now? When full of stored electricity, it has been known to drift with the wind. If you like this bracelet, you can commission me at my Ko-fi at Pokemon Beads Daily. Thank you for watching the video, and I hope you love your Pokemon as much as they love you. A special Hisuian Electrode is worshipped by the Hisui people due to it being descended from one of the 10 ancient Pokemon who received a blessing from Arceus, despite the fact that Pokeballs had not yet been invented. That creates a lot of lore shit. Like, I would accept if they decided to make Pokeballs that looked like Electrodes and Voltorbs, or even if they, like, utilized Voltorbs and Electrodes either as a Pokeball or as inspiration or teaching people a great way to catch Pokemon. Like, imagine you just saw an Electrode, like, eat a Pokemon, and you're like, yeah, things eat things, but then it came out later and it was fine. You'd be like, whoa, and then you would invent a Pokeball so that you could do the same thing. I'd be okay with that, but now we're saying that you invent Pokeballs, and then one of them gains sentience. Now, this is the first time it's ever happened. Except a few hundred years ago, or maybe over 1,000 years ago, I don't know how long ago the Hisuian timeline is, that the same thing happened. That people invented a Pokeball and then it gained sentience with electricity. They, like, created a wooden Pokeball, and as such, the Hisuian Electrode looks like a wooden Pokeball. At first they're like, this is a Pokeball, we invented it the first time right now, and it gained sentience. And then all of a sudden, another game later, they're like, not like the next game, but a game later on, they're like, hey, it's the early times. It's the wood age, and we have a wood Pokeball that we invented right now. So retroactively, you didn't invent that then, because we had Pokeballs. Like, why would they, quote unquote, invent the metal-ish Pokeball later on? Since Pokeballs are such a huge thing, when a wooden one gets invented, it's just gonna keep evolving. Sometimes cultures through time in different areas can invent things of their own accord with no influence. But with a big invention like a Pokeball, you would think that that would just stick around for hundreds of years, like cheese. Why am I still on this? And anyway, I'll just finish off with saying that, like, even so, on top of all of that, there's an Electrode that is descended from one of the 10 ancient Pokemon. This insistence, it is descended from one of the 10 ancient Pokemon who received a blessing from Arceus, despite the fact that Pokeballs have not yet been invented. It's that insistent that just throws everything else off the balance.